Hey everyone, it's Diabetic Danica, and welcome to another day in the life video, where I show you every time I do something diabetes related and also just random stuff in my day. So let's rewind to this morning when I first woke up. Good morning, so I just got up. It's about 7 a.m. and I checked my Dexcom, which is on my pump, but I still call it my Dexcom, and it says 106. And I actually slept through the entire night last night, so I didn't have any Dexcom alarms, so that was really good. Alright, so now it's a little bit later. I've gotten ready for the day, so now I'm going to check my blood sugar. $141. I don't know about you guys, but I've noticed that when I first get up, my number will be a lot lower than after I've been up for a little bit, and I think it's like the morning hormone something that makes your blood sugar rise, like the dawn phenomenon thing. So I think I really was like 108-ish earlier, but now I'm 141 before breakfast. And I calibrated my CGM and it says 138. I'm not really feeling very hungry this morning, so I'm just gonna have an apple. So this is about 15 grams, which means I'm gonna bolus 1.5 units. So I was just checking to make sure I had everything I needed for the car, and I realized I don't have a cartridge in my purse, so I'm just going to grab one of those. But I have insulin, and I have a set, and I have, what's the other thing? Test strips, yay! Oh, and snacks. I have a lot of those. So I should probably explain what the plan is for today. So the reason I'm up and getting ready, it's a Saturday, and I decided that I'm going to drive to Scranton, Pennsylvania. Now, this might sound like a weird phrase because it's a couple hours away, but I am a huge fan of The Office. It's been my favorite show for years, and so I decided I really just want to go to Scranton. And I know they didn't even film there. I know they're just places they mentioned in the show, but I think it'd be fun, and I heard they have some like signs for The Office up, and you can just visit places that they've mentioned in the show. So that's what I'm doing. So I'll just bring you along with me, and I'll show you some of the stuff, but also mostly the diabetes stuff. But yeah, if you're a The Office fan, hopefully you'll recognize some of the places based on the name. So let's get started. I think I'm gonna grab some coffee. Hopefully I'll see a coffee shop on the way because I haven't had coffee yet. But for now, we're just gonna drive because I just ate my apple, I just checked, and so I know that I'm good to drive. So let's go. I feel the need to say that I originally was gonna do this trip with a friend who is just as in love with The Office as I am, but our schedules didn't line up, and this is the last chance I have to do it. So I'm just gonna do it anyway. I'm the kind of person who doesn't mind like quick trips like this on her own, just because it's like nice to get away and just drive and think and relax. This is my one day to not do anything. Yay! So I forgot to correct for the 141 because it's not high, but it's like I don't really want to stay at 141. So I just did that while I was driving. I mean, be careful bolusing while driving, but I definitely couldn't hold the camera and bolus and drive at the same time, so that's why I'm telling you now. But I just gave like 0.63 units or something. All right, back to the road. So I've made it to Starbucks and it is officially raining. But I'm gonna run in and grab my drink and I'll be right back. So it wasn't that long ago that I had breakfast, so I'm not gonna recheck, I'm just gonna bolus for it. So I got this. It's a grande caramelized coffee or vanilla. I think I got vanilla. I don't know, I fluctuate between caramel and vanilla, but I think I got vanilla today. Yeah, vanilla iced coffee. So the only real carbs in it are the syrup for the vanilla, and then I added a little bit of half and half to it. But usually I just bolus for like 30 grams at the most. So because I've been running, not high, but like I saw my Dexcom, I think I'm, well actually the CGM says 169 and going down, so maybe I'll go on the lesser side and do 25 grams. Back to the road. I just saw my first Scranton sign. Oh, very excited about it. I also have 2 tires chilling in the back seat like children that I'm going to be selling in Scranton because everywhere I called where I live right now, they didn't have buying tires. They only sold used tires, but somewhere in Scranton does buy used tires, so I'm also doing that. You're so cute back there. Hi. So So I've been driving for like, I don't know, 2 hours, something like that. And my blood sugar is this. If you can't see that, it says 108 with a down arrow. And so I'll keep an eye on it. You know, 108's good though. But if it gets any lower, obviously it'll alarm and let me know. Once again, I don't know if you can see the screen, but my battery in my pump just died. So I was scrounging in my bag to look for a battery and I found one. So I'm going to attempt to change it while driving. And if it's too hard, I'll pull over. It's not a big deal. Safety first. All right, we're all charged up. Man, that glare though, that glare is intense, but I now have 3 bars of battery. So thank goodness for having supplies in my bag at all times. Always comes in handy. Okay, I checked my blood sugar now and I'm 74, and that's actually exactly what my Dexcom says as well. I checked that right after I changed my battery. So, I mean, it's not crazy low. Below 70 is what I would probably pull over for, but it's definitely treatable. So I'm gonna eat a snack on the road, one of my fruit snacks, and keep on trucking. If it gets any lower, I will pull over into like a rest stop or something. I decided to have 2 fruit snacks because I'm dropping, and I usually just put the whole pack in my mouth quicker. You know what I'm saying? Alright, it's really hard to see the meter with the glare, but it's been a while now, maybe like a half hour, and I'm 176, so I did a little bit too much. So I'm probably gonna bolus like a half amount for that, just because I don't want to go low. So I just gave a half unit. It suggested a whole unit, but I did half.
Too young to understand. Say I'm caught up in a dream. Love must be bad if I don't open up my eyes, and that's fine by me.
Okay, I'm finally here, and not gonna lie, Scranton is a little creepy. I'm just in the mall, like, parking garage. It's probably really dark, but it's like super deserted. There's a lot of people here on this side, but that side of the parking garage is like all old and stuff. But I saw Mifflin Avenue. All right, I got out of the creepy mall. I don't know why, it just really freaked me out. It was just very dark and there was like nobody there, even though it's a Saturday. And there was just a bunch of like creepy older men that were alone in the mall and just like loitering. And so it kind of freaked me out. But now I'm at Cooper's restaurant. If you watch The Office, they go to Cooper's a lot in the show. So I'm gonna drive to a couple of the other locations, probably not get out, just because the mall really creeped me out. But I also got to see at the mall the sign that they show in The Office opening credits, where Scranton welcomes you, so picture. So that was pretty cool. Alright, so I'm at the Lackawanna County Anthracite Museum and Coal Mine, which are both mentioned in The Office. I got to see those, which is cool, but I think I'm done. I need to go eat lunch, so I'm gonna hit the highway again and eat, because I have only eaten an apple and coffee, and it's 3 o'clock. Since I'm stopped, I thought I would check my blood sugar. I'm 174, so yeah, I have a headache, so I think I'm dehydrated. I haven't really drank anything except for coffee today, so I need to go get something to drink as well. I also did not get rid of the tires because I just get freaked out easily, and I didn't like how the place looked, and I didn't want to go by myself, so still have the tires. All right, so it is about 2.5 hours later, and let me just say I still haven't gotten food because I got on the turnpike and I didn't know if like if you get off the turnpike, you have to pay and then pay to get back on. Like, I don't know. I thought I would have to pay more maybe if I got off. So I wanted to stay, but it was like a lot of miles. And then lately I just haven't really seen a lot of food signs, or I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to try to get off pretty soon because I'm freaking starving and very, very thirsty. So yeah. Also, I forgot to say earlier, I didn't correct for being 176 because I could tell I was really warm, and I could tell that, like, I don't know, I can just... Heat usually drops my blood sugar, and I felt like I was going to come down from that, and I did. The last time I checked my Dexcom, I was like 130. So, yeah, hopefully food comes in the near future. I've made it to McDonald's and my blood sugar is 125. I tried to order a large water and a large Diet Coke, but they only give out smalls. So at least I'll have a large Diet Coke, I guess, which is not very hydrating, but the water will help even though it's little. So I got a cheeseburger meal. So I usually bolus like 30 for the bun, 30 grams. And then fries, if they're regular size, are usually like 45 grams, but I think I might have accidentally gotten large fries with my large Diet Coke, which means, wow, it's hot, that it'll be a little bit more. So I'll probably bolus for 80 grams and do 8 units. So we'll see how that goes. Usually, because there's so much fat in McDonald's, it kind of doesn't spike a lot, so it kind of helps match the insulin, but we'll see. Nom nom nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Does this not look beautiful? Maybe I'm just hungry. I don't know, it looks amazing to me right now. Oh. No, I didn't eat that whole thing. Oh, that's crazy talk. Okay, I did, but I haven't eaten all day, as you know, not really. So I think I'm gonna bolus a little bit more just because I had the full large fry and I never have a large fry, so I bolus for 50 grams for that. I think it's at least 55 if not 60, but I'm just gonna do a half a unit because I don't want to go low while driving. So half a unit more and then I should be home soon. I'm back. So I feel really gross now and tired, so I'm gonna go shower, but first I'm gonna bolus just a tiny bit before I shower because I usually do that if I'm not low, and I'm not low. So I'm just gonna bolus like 0.4 units, something small, just to cover the time that I'm in the shower without my pump on. So see you. All right, friends, take a look at my post-shower number. We got a 220 and going down according to Dex, so hopefully that will come down all the way. So I did spike a little bit from the meal. Right now I'm just watching The Office, and I already saw some of the buildings in the opening credits that I got to see, and the Welcome to Scranton sign was in there, and I'm watching the one where they rap and they're like, Scranton, what? The Electric City? Because that seems appropriate. And I'm probably just going to tidy up my room because it's very messy, and start packing a little bit because I'm moving really soon. But I'll check back in with you before I check again, blood sugar wise. Okay, so I've sufficiently done some cleaning. I literally like took out, I don't even know how many old boxes, and I condensed all my diabetes supplies so that I just have the supply itself and not the box to save room when I'm moving. But my Dexcom says I'm still high from McDonald's, so I'm gonna check. Wah, wah, wah. Alright, that's everything. I think I'm going to wrap it up. I will probably check one more time before I go to bed, but I don't think I'm going to film it. I just want to end the video here. It's about 9:45. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Let's end the vlog on a high note. Get it? Because I'm high right now. Blood sugar. All right. Bye.